Maybe he should have reconsidered this walking her home thing. Talking to Belle was great, but damn, this heat. It was much drier here in New Mexico than in LA. Jeremiah eyed the sidewalk in front of them. How much farther? About 4 or 5 blocks. Is the heat getting to you? You a mind reader? No way he was sweating that much, he hoped. He touched his forehead. Maybe he was glistening. Belle chuckled. No, it gets all newcomers, unless you've lived someplace like Texas. She stopped, dug a bottle of water out of her backpack, and held it out to him. Cracking it open, he chugged half the water back. You always this prepared? I was born here, so yes. Don't worry. Stay here long enough and you'll get used to it. Guess I'm a little spoiled, having lived by the ocean and all. Stay here long enough? Heck, at this rate, he was planning on dying here, unless by some chance Belle decided she wanted to live somewhere else. The world was enormous. I bet that was wonderful, though. She half glanced at him. I've never seen the ocean. Really? That was something to keep in mind. Haven't you ever gone anywhere? Only if Carlsbad and Roswell count. Is all your family here, then? In New Mexico, I mean. Nope, just us. My mom's parents live in Brazil. They've never left, and we've never visited. My dad's mom, she lives in China, but she comes here every few years. Always has the best stories, usually about her and my grandfather before he passed. Belle shrugged as if it were no big deal, something she'd grown accustomed to. Belle stopped in front of a mailbox. Anyway, we're here, shall we? She gestured toward the front porch and headed up the walkway. Following after her, he eyed the pale yellow one-story house. Halfway up the walk, he peered through the large bay window beside the open front porch. Looked pretty nice inside, warm and welcoming. In front of him on the walk, Belle bent down to pick up something. What's that? It's... Ow! Belle dropped a single red rose on the ground. Jeremiah glanced at the flower. Then, grabbing her hand, he lifted her finger up for inspection. Doesn't look too bad. Probably just got caught on a thorn. You have peroxide and Band-Aids inside? Who the hell was the black piece of shit with his girl? Gervasio glared through the passenger side window. She'd always walked home alone. Her path hadn't altered one bit since the 4th of July party. Had he known about the unexpected addition to her life, he certainly would have planned for a much better gift. A single rose wasn't as nice as a bouquet of roses, but she had tossed his bouquet in the trash. Maybe she just didn't like flowers in general. He leaned across the seat and stared at the ongoing situation on the front porch. That thing had a hold of his girl's hand. What was he going to do? Kiss her fucking boo-boo and make it all better? Growling, Gervasio slammed his hands on the steering wheel. Not fucking happening. No whitewashed piece of dung would interfere with his plans or steal his girl. She belonged to him and no one else. Not even her father could stop what was coming. But he had to be patient. The last 6 weeks hadn't been for nothing. The moment had to be timed perfectly. Otherwise, everything he desired would slip through his fingers. As for the piece of shit with his girl, he had to know more. Releasing his hold on the wheel, Gervasio dug his cell phone out of his jeans. This was a job for the messenger. Tengo un trabajo para ti. Sí, jefe. Te estoy enviando una foto. Averigua quién es. ¿Comprende? The guy had a knack for computers. Using a photo to find out who this thing was would be easy. It was one of the few things he trusted the messenger to accomplish. Sí, jefe. Gervasio smiled. He would have her completely. Soon, she would forever be his.